Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to do a live stream wishing everybody a happy free comic book day and I guess happy May the 4th, Star Wars Day or what have you. But hey, free comics, right? But nonetheless, it looks like we got one person in the chat. I got to shout out real quick. We got Midwest Scott Man Paul says Hulkster looks like he's been saying his prayers, eating his vitamins, and doing about 20 lines of blow. So thanks for that, Paul. I appreciate that. But nonetheless, I hit multiple stores today, antique shops galore. So I figured, why not go ahead and just show what I got because I went a little overboard in a couple spots. What's going on, Who Dat? He says he picked up 2 TMNT free comic book days. That's awesome. Hey, I got one coming up too. And some other things I found turtle related. But first, I'm just going to go down the line of what I got in front of me here. I got at Antique Shop Hall, so it's just in the mood to shop comics, whether they're free or not, obviously. So this was actually my last stop of the day, so I guess that's why it's on top. I rebagged and borrowed a few things. Got these for about an average of $3 to $5 a piece. Maybe overpaid a little bit on a couple of them, but it's just kind of one of those situations. You're going to an antique shop, I kind of just want to clear out their inventory so they keep bringing back more, or at least like, hey, if I'm making $25 on this guy on comics, I'm going to keep bringing them in. So I had to get this. Shout out to Poor Man's Comics. He loves this book, so figured why not go ahead and get one that's actually still in the bag, because this is the first one I've seen with the Mr. T trading card in it. So I guess shout out to Mr. T. So there you go. He definitely said his prayers and took his vitamins in the 80s, if you know what I mean. Next up, couldn't leave some McFarlane Spider-Man goodness on the table, so I think this was either $3 or $4. Considering my shop's charging like $12, I think, or $15 for this same book, I figured why not go ahead and pick it up for cheap, even though I think I already have a copy like that I got recently. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Silver Surfer, number 2 in a 2-issue limited series. I think this is from the Mobius run. So haven't seen too many of these Mobius Silver Surfers laying around, so figured why not go ahead and get that for cheap. So I thought that was really awesome. Unfortunately, they did not have issue 1. That would have been great. I kept seeing Alf comics, so I'm just like, it'd be cool to see the first Alf because I don't have that. It's just kind of one of those things I put in my head. Like, if I see it, I'm buying it. And even though it was $4, I said, screw it. I'm getting Alf number 1. So there you go. Luckily, that sticker right there is on the bag and not the comic itself. And newsstand, Alf number 1. So very happy to finally have this one in the collection. Loved me some Alf when I was growing up. Even had like the stupid doll that, like, because it was so furry, would just like accumulate all the garbage off the floor. So love me some Alf. So there you go. Found a Captain Carrot and his amazing Zoo Crew number 1. It was kind of just funny watching the 2 ladies at the desk take the stickers off these books because they're just like Alf, Mr. T, Captain Carrot. Like, I was just sitting there laughing as they were taking the stickers off these books. But yeah, very nice condition, Captain Carrot number 1. And then maybe in my opinion, the find of the day, maybe you guys will have a much different opinion than me. I found this Super Mario Brothers number 1 Valiant, one of the first Valiant comics ever. Found it. I think this one was like $6, but I'm just like, man, that is just so awesome. Plus, you know, people love their date stamps and stuff on their like silver and golden age, what have you. In my opinion, this is as good as any date stamp for me. It's a sticker from the department store Hills, and I love me some Hills growing up. That's where I bought most of my video games as a kid and that stuff. So I thought that Hills clearance sticker on this book was really cool. So apparently they put this on clearance for $1.56 back in the day. So thought that was really awesome. So probably my personal favorite find of the day. So that was my antique shop haul. Let's see what we got going on in the chat because I've seen a couple people hop in here. Who Dat says there were no good sales at his local shop, but didn't buy anything extra. Sorry to hear that, man. That's the main reason I wanted to hit today is because it seemed like a lot of the places they were all about getting as many comics in hands as possible. We got Comic Lover Omega. What's going on, man? He says just found an Avengers 195 for $6. That's awesome. So congratulations on that. Midwest says pick up the week right there. I'm guessing he's talking about Mr. T. Oh, I got John's Comics with Kids. What's going on, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I was actually, while I was bagging and boarding, getting ready for this video, I was just watching your haul. So, how's your day been?
It was awesome, and I'm going right back to the comic book shop now.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
My shop was so busy. Like, I at the end, I went inside, I bought a few things. Was diving in the bins they had outside.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to go back in and check on something, and they were like, no, there's another, you got to get in line again. And I was like, I don't have this time. So I'm hoping to come back now that there's less of a line, because they had some books I wanted to borrow and see if I could get.
Nice. Yeah, I was just getting ready to show my first haul.
I saw your Alf comic.
Yeah.
What else are we getting here?
Yeah, Paul said that was my find of the day, was Alf #1, which, hey, I almost agree with that. I think Super Mario might be my personal favorite, but Alf is definitely a close second. I mean, come on. It's freaking Alf. So,
Alf.
Oh, man. So, yeah, if you guys haven't checked out, check out John's Comics with Kids whole video, because like it looked like you went to the store and they just gave you a whole bag of comic books.
My LCS is so badass on Free Comic Book Day. They go all out, and he not only did he have his usual, which is that he takes all the books for Free Comic Book Day and he organizes 100 bags just ready to go. So that the first 100 people that walk through the store, he just gives them these tote bags. And he's like, boom, here's all the free comic books. And then they can leave if they want to leave. They can put it in their car, come back and shop or whatever. He also this year got 3 passes to San Diego Comic-Con and randomly stuffed them into bags.
That's awesome, man.
So people walked in and just got a free pass. It was so badass. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's really cool. Most of the stores I went to, they had a limit of 5 on the new comics, which is completely understandable because they're totally eating the money on it. But they tried to make up for it, and 50% off sales and that stuff, which I'll have more than ready to show on that. So
yeah, I didn't want to take advantage of it either because I had me and both girls. We could have gotten 3 of the bags if we really wanted to. But I was like, Spectre, I wanted to get one for Spectre because he was stuck doing, I think it was ROTC today.
Yeah.
And could not get in there. And I thought, well, Kate gets a bag for him. I get a bag for me.
That's cool.
Double my chances at a San Diego Comic-Con badge.
Yeah, that's awesome. So definitely a big shout out to Comic Spectre. He couldn't make it to this Free Comic Book Day because he's basically busy serving our country. So definitely cool, super cool. You got him some free comics because I know he was wanting them.
He wanted that Spider-Man. I know, the Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man. I don't know what other ones he wants, so I might just stuff a box as big as I can and just send it.
Nice. Well, awesome. We got speaking of awesome, we got an awesome chat going on here. We still have Justarican and his comics in the chat. I know he has a great live show on his channel. So what's going on, Justarican? And then Epicurean Ireleaf just stopped in. What's going on, man? Happy to see you in the chat. And then yeah, Paul confirmed that Alf is my find of the day. So I guess while you're driving, I'll show you some comics. So I went to my closest local shop today. They were having a sale on a lot of things, actually. They had some racks where they like a lot of current stuff was like buy 5 for $10. So, and actually this was the first one I pulled. So I was trying to put together more stuff to get that. So I got the all new Captain America #1. Yeah, so I figured.
I really enjoy the run. I know it's a
nice
book now, but like,
yeah,
good story. Remender did a great job.
Yeah, I need to read more of this. I didn't realize, Rick Remender and Stuart Immonen were the team on this, and they're both awesome. So I was happy to find that.
I think it's hitting hot right now. But
yeah,
last summer when I was cruising through San Francisco, I found a whole bunch of that run.
Oh yeah, I've seen a ton of those.
The first 5-6 issues, it was really good.
I almost grabbed all of just those, but I kind of restrained myself because I think that's something I'm going to get on, like Marvel Unlimited, and probably read it on that app eventually.
Sure.
Next one I got, I just went ahead and got one of these blank comics. So I got the Batman one because Chad had I think it was either Chad or Kat on Comic Core last night had the idea, like at the next con we all go to, like if someone could like not only sign a blank cover, but like do a hand turkey or something in it. So I figured that'd be pretty cool to take to like Baltimore when we all go. So I'm like, I'll go ahead and swoop that up as one of my 5. I just like the cover on this one. I've heard people like this Venom run a lot.
Yeah.
So I got this. It's a second printing, but I was like, it still looks pretty awesome for $2. I'll definitely not leave that laying. My shop must have ordered tons of these because they're just selling them for $2 a piece now. So like, yeah. So first Cindy Moon. So I'm like, go ahead and pick up another Cindy Moon for $2 because why not? This is a really good book too. I think it really kind of made me mad when they kept renumbering Spidey. But for the renumbered runs, I thought this one was really good because it goes into all the Spider-Verse stuff. So I really dug that run. So that's why I got this one too. It's the great Alex Ross cover. So those were my 5. I got all those for $10. So I got some recommendations based on Drew Manchu on the Comic Core. So he suggested Spider-Man Life Story. So they only had the 60s. They didn't have the 70s one. So I'll be looking for that still. So hopefully they get that sooner than later, or at least the second print. But I heard this one was good. And Drew said this one was definitely a must-have last night on Comic Core too. So they had 1 copy left at my shop. So I heard, I won't spoil it here like Drew just blurted out yesterday, but something pretty big happens at the end of this one. So I've been on and off of Walking Dead for the past decade basically. I dropped off during the whole Negan thing, and I've been on and off since. So figured why not check in on Walking Dead while I'm at it. And then I guess the start of my free comics I got today. So I got Vampirella. I mean, just a phenomenal cover on that one. Yeah, right. So I thought that was real nice. I guess it's like a 50-year celebration. So I thought that was cool. I got the Spawn reprint just to get that Matina cover because, hey, another Spawn #1 can't hurt anybody. So there's that. Got the Bloodshot Valiant. So don't know too much about Valiant comics, but once again, cover. And I was trying not to be like, go too crazy. I was just like, at that point, this was my second stop. And I was just kind of filling in the stuff I didn't get on my first one. Here's a cool one. I've been digging the Buffy the Vampire Slayer stuff from Boom. So luckily I remembered to pick this up the second go around because I forgot the first time. But this one, I was flipping through it before I started this video, and it looks pretty cool because it actually, I was expecting reprints in this. You actually get a couple original stories. So this is kind of like, I read Buffy 4 and Angel Zero yesterday. There's actually a story in here that takes place in between Buffy 4 and Buffy issue 5 I didn't know about. So that was a happy surprise there. I got this Catwoman Under the Moon. So I figured why not get at least one DC book today. So got that. And then I think the next haul is from my local.
They loved it.
Oh, nice. So my next haul comes from my Half Price Books outlet that's like right next to me. So all the Half Price books I went to today they basically just gave a free comic away with a purchase. So the one next to me actually had a bunch of free Comic Book Day comics from years past. I was really flipping through that bin trying to find another Umbrella Academy one, but of course I wouldn't get that lucky. I think they know what they have. But I did find the Infinity #1. So figured why not go ahead and grab another one of these. There wasn't anything else that caught my fancy in the box they had. So I know people love this book. So for $1, trying to avoid the books going everywhere here. Got this Batman and Robin. It's a Flash anniversary variant. So thought they did these like cool variant cover swipes for a while. So sometimes I catch those in the dollar bins and just get them that way. Got some Kevin Smith Daredevil. So I kept telling myself if they were still there, I'd just go ahead and get them. And I figured why not get them today. So I really like this run. If you haven't had a chance to read it, you like Daredevil. Kevin Smith and Joe Quesada did some awesome work whenever they relaunched Daredevil around, I think it was 99 or 2000 this came out. So I got issue 5. Then issue 4 as well. So absolutely love that run. Found the David Mack.
I read some of his.
Oh yeah, yeah. He has an awesome Green Arrow run too. He's basically the one who brought back Oliver Queen when he was dead throughout the rest of the 90s. So once I think it's like 02-ish, maybe 2001. He had an awesome run then too. So like I think he did the first 10 or 15 issues with Phil Hester. So I highly recommend that run. There might be an absolute edition of that too. I would highly recommend that. So I got this David Mack Daredevil too. So I thought that was an awesome Wolverine cover. So I was surprised David Mack actually wrote this issue too. And then with the whole Stargirl series coming out soon, I was like, why not just go ahead and get this Alex Ross Stargirl cover? I keep seeing in the bin every week that I go, so I thought that was an awesome cover, so I just went and decided to pick it up. All right, so the second shop I went to, it's about 45 to an hour away from me, so I don't go there but maybe once or a month or two. But first, I got to get back into the chat because we do have Jason Smith. What's going on, Jason? So happy to see him. I always got to type in his name in the chat every time I see him. So there's Jason. And then we got Big Lion Cat. What's going on? He had like an 8-hour auction last week. So big shout out to Big Lion Cat with Lenny. So they're always killing it in the auctions.
He'll do those epic chats, man. Epic auctions. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was like I couldn't believe it was still going because I had to work late last week. And I thought he started his auctions usually like 7 my time. So I get home at like 10:30. It's still going like, man, they're still auctioning off things. And then it kept going and going and going. So that's something I couldn't do, man. So big congrats on the success of that auction. But here is my next haul. So this is from the second shop I went to today. Of course, you guys know me. I wasn't going to leave this in there. So I got the Free Comic Book Day TMNT. So definitely enjoyed getting that. You'll see come up here in a second. I'm going to wait to read that one because I kind of splurged on Turtles today. But I heard this was the must one to get from Discovery Bay Comics. Plus, you get a cool Ryan Stegman cover. So I got the Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day. The Avengers one because, hey, you may as well just get both Marvel ones, right? So I got that. Don't know too much about what's going on in Avengers right now. So figured that'd be a good one to get to catch up. Sorry about that. Got the Ahoy comics because the dude was on the Comic Core show. I kind of had to get this now, but the I can't remember the name. I'm sure the chat once again will correct me, but the name of the comic this is based on. It's a really cool like mirror universe comic. So I was like, I'll go ahead and get the Free Comic Book Day for that. Had to get the Donny Cates Interceptor because we all love us some Donny Cates, and I actually successfully got the sticker off of this one, just playing with it. So. I was happy to see that because, as you noticed, some of them have stickers on them, and this was one of them. So there's that. I got Batgirl 34. Paid full price for this one, but I'm trying to get all those Josh Middleton covers. So I figured, why not? Yeah, that's a beaut. Yeah, so they had a bunch of these, luckily. So I got that. Got the Chad 90 MF Comics. He's twisted my arm to this point where I'm going crazy on Turtles now. So he's just like, dude, you got to get this comic. So I decided to get it when I saw it today because my shop here didn't have it. So I got Batman TMNT Part 3. So that's definitely going to be on like the read ASAP pile. Got Savage Avengers once again. Everyone was talking this book up yesterday. So I was like, I'm just going to go and splurge, pay the $5 and get a copy of issue 1 so I can read that. Like I said, my arm has been twisted. I'm getting tons of Turtles now. So they had like a full last 6-month run of Turtles, but I did something stupid because I got 88. So I tried to get as many Kevin Eastman B covers as possible. So I got that. But I thought this was 89, but it's just the A cover for 88. So I didn't notice until I was sitting here bagging boring. Like, oh no, I got 2 issue 88s. But whatever, still both really cool looking covers to me. So unfortunately, I skipped to 90. Oh, and by the way, the shop, they were having the back issues 50% off. So pretty much all these Turtles, with the exception of, I think, the newest one, was $2. So that's why I just decided to load up and get them all that I saw. So I got issue 90. So look forward to reading these and seeing what in the world is going on in the world of Turtles. Because basically what Chad MF Comics was telling me, he said like Shredder, or not Shredder, but Splinter's in charge of the Foot Clan now, going into this storyline called City at War, which is last week's issue. So right there, I was immediately sold on like getting this Turtle run. Like everything he told me, like, oh my God, that sounds like, why didn't they do this stuff before in Turtles? So I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and get as many as I see since they're $2.
Good for you, man.
All right, we'll get back into the chat here because we had a couple more people hop in. We got Funk Off. I haven't seen Funk Off for a minute. I got a chance to meet Funk Off last year at Cincinnati Comic Expo. He's a really awesome guy. So what's going on, Funk Off? And looks like everyone's just saying hi to each other. So I'll go into The next half price books I went to. So when you're an hour away, there's another half price books.
I'm gonna jump out. I just got to my shop. So
all right, cool, man.
Shopping. If you're still on when I get out, we'll re-up.
All right, awesome, man. Well, thanks for hopping in. I appreciate it. Good luck finding something. Later, man.
Bye.
All right, so the next shop I went to, Half Price Books, it was a regular Half Price Books, not an outlet store. They were also giving away a free comic book with purchase. So they had a lot of, busted up comics in this box, but I did find one I needed. So I got a Y the Last Man. This is issue 31. So it's pretty much like the halfway point of the whole run. So I'm not going to pass up Y the Last Man for free, that's for sure. So I went ahead and got that. So this is probably my biggest haul of the day was from this shop. Actually, I think it's the entire rest of the stack pretty much. Of course, things tumble over when I move the biggest stack, because why wouldn't they? But I got some Spidey, so I've been trying to fill in the bunch of those Spider-Mans and the 200s, because I've been finding them for like $3 or less. So this was no exception. So I got Amazing Spider-Man 225 for $3. Got issue 228, same price, $3. So like I said, I've decided to stop leaving some of these Spideys laying because someone pointed out they're just going to keep going up slowly. So I'm just like, yeah, you're right. If I don't get them now, there's going to be $5 books, then $10 books. So what have you. So I got this one, $3 as well. I thought that was a really nice cover there on 243. I may already have these next few, but like I said, they're $3. I didn't mind getting them again because I need to make my list on my phone of Amazing Spider-Man so I don't buy those doubles. But I haven't done that yet, and I didn't want to risk leaving these an hour away. But we got 254. Then JD on the Comic Core last night was saying like after the black suit, like is one of his favorite storylines. So that's like 253. I think he said through 259. So I got 254, 255, and then 258 as well. So I was happy to get those. Like I said, for $3 a pop on those. 268. And this is where I started to get a little picky and choosy because I actually had a few more, but I was just like, I already spent a bunch of money at that point, as you guys can see. So I was just like, yeah, I should slow it down a bit. And I got this 281. So this is about the only one around the 280s. So I picked that up. Found this Red Hood Outlaw 33. It's the cool Lucio Perillo cover. Got a chance to meet him at C2E2. So ever since then, I've been a pretty big fan of him because he was a really cool guy. His girlfriend was really awesome, too. She had some good art set up for herself. Don't know too much about this one, but I thought it was a really nice Dave Cockrum cover. So I got Black Hawks #1. This one was $2, so I figured why not get that. This one I think just came out, but it was already discounted to $2. So I was like, yeah, screw it, I'll check it out. So I got Black Order for $2. Sometimes I think they have at least one person who trades into them that they just go buy their books, read them, and trade them in. So I guess I reap the rewards of that. I got a bunch of Daredevil. So I'm trying to fill in the Daredevil run too. So once again, I need to notate that stuff to make sure I don't buy doubles because I've been finding a lot of Daredevil recently as well. Luckily, these are a little cheaper, but I got 144 for $2. Cool newsstand. So enjoyed that. I was kind of surprised they had this one. I think this is 233, the conclusion to the Born Again storyline, which in my opinion it's my favorite Marvel Comics read I've ever read. So I was very shocked that they had this for $2 because they had, I think, the first Nuke, which is like an issue or two before this, for like $8 or $10. So I figured they would have had this in that lock bin as well. So I thought that was really awesome to find. Issue 235, got that for $1.50. I don't think I have this one yet, but I do like these 25th anniversaries like everyone else does, so I bought that for $1.50. Got 239, just a cool Arthur Adams cover on that one. 240. And once again, I think I already have this one, but I wasn't going to leave this awesome Mike Zett cover in the bin for $1.50, so I got 241 for $1.50. Really cool Mike Zett cover on that one. Then we go into the Romita Jr. stuff. 257 where he fights Punisher. So enjoyed that. 260 is my last Daredevil, which he is wrecked on that one. So got that. I'm not too sure why I bought this one. I guess I just thought it looked cool and threw it in the stack. I got a Black Lightning #1 for $1.50 from the 90s. So once again, not sure why I bought this book, but I thought it looked cool at the time, so it ended up in the stack. Now, here's a really interesting find. So it's called Shiver in the Dark #1 Origin Edition. I have no idea what this book was. It was $1.50, but it is signed and remarked by Stuart Sager. So there is the signature right there. And then as soon as I saw it remark, I'm like, why is this $1.50? So hopefully that shows up decent on the camera right there. But yeah, I've never actually found a remark in a bin before. So definitely swooped that up as soon as I saw it. Once again, here's another one that just came out, and they just marked it half off because, hey, it's half-price books. That's what they do, right? Got a Savage Sword of Conan from the Jerry Duggan run, $2.50. So I'm just like, why not? I've heard good things about this run, so I figured I'd check out the #1 for cheap. And the final book of the day is this Danger Girl 3D one-shot from IDW. Pretty funny J. Scott Campbell. I'm not sure what Danger Girl's doing in the background. That's a weird way to aim a gun, but hey, we all love some J. Scott Campbell. So $3.50 for that. I haven't checked to see if it came with the 3D glasses or not yet. Guess why we're all here? Let's just open it up and see if I'm going to be able to read this in 3D or not. Oh, it is actually still polybagged too. So there you go. There's the answer. So I can kind of feel them in there. That's awesome. So I'm glad that was still polybagged. All right. So that was the final book of the day. So hopefully all y'all out there had a good free comic book day. At least, got a couple free comics you enjoyed. So I at least make it a point every year to go to my shops and at least try to buy something because, like I said, they do eat a lot of the cost on these free books. So we got Balana Flattery in the chat. So how's it going? Thank you for the sub. I just saw that went through. So hopefully you find something to enjoy on this channel. We still got Big Lion Cat. He says a good deal is a good deal. So that's definitely true. I can't agree more with that. Jason Smith is asking, how long has Conan been with Marvel? I think he's only been back for about 4 months. I think they're only up to issue 4 or 5 on the Conan run. That's why they just threw him in the Savage Avengers too, because they had him, and Jason Aaron loves the character, so why not? We still got Funkoff in the chat. But with that all being said, I just want to thank you guys for joining me for this quick haul. That's cool. Funkoff says he met Stuart Sager today, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, next year, if I go to the same shop up north, I should have took my sketchbook because they did have a few creators. I think, what's his name? The guy who does like the Rick and Morty comics. I think he's from around Indianapolis, and he was there too. So unfortunately, I was kind of in a hurry and didn't get a chance to really sink in. Kyle Starks, that's his name, but I didn't really get a chance to sink in like all of the artists that were actually at this shop because I think they had a few in the back doing sketches, which shame on me. I should have took some cash with me and did some more research, but I won't make that same mistake next year. So with all that being said, I thank you guys so much for joining me and have a great. Oh, one more plug. I always do this every live stream. I end and then I don't end and so on and so forth. But for those of you who haven't had a chance to watch the Comic Core last night, we're actually going to pick up the torch and we're going to have an auction tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. The Great Legend, unfortunately, he's kind of been out. I don't want to go too much into the details going on with him, but unfortunately, he's not had a good week. He had to cancel his auction. So tonight, me and White Whale Comics, we're going to have a Comic Core auction, and we're going to try to support the Great Legend in whatever way we can. And hopefully we have a good time tonight on that auction, and we'll see you all there. Now, with all that being said, thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful night.